Cheating is just a morality issue, right? If you cheat, you're just a bad person and you do bad things and you don't care about other people and you just simply have terrible morals, right? To believe that, you have to dismiss so many factors that influence human behavior. And I've started making a list of all of the factors that influence human behavior. And I want to show you what I've come up with because maybe there's more you could add to this discussion. And I really want to poke holes in this idea that cheating is a morality issue because I know it's not. So check this out. So we can roughly divide the factors that influence behavior into nature and nurture. Nature are things that are biological in nature. So on my nature list, I have brain chemistry, hormones, neurological, so that could be, anatomical or physiological. It's how your brain works, how your brain is structured, how your brain anatomically functions, right? There are chemical influences. So that could be something like, are you raised in an environment where there's lots of toxic chemicals or pesticides? Are you in an environment where there's other chemical issues like smog? All these things can affect our development and our behavior. Genetics, obviously, right? Our DNA greatly influences our behavior. Epigenetics are factors that influence the development or expression of our DNA while we are in the womb and beyond. And then I have on there maternal nutrition. See, I can barely read my own writing. I have physical factors that might affect your development, such as maybe being born without the use of a leg or being born blind or other things that affect behavior. And then I also have on there stress. I'm sure there's other things, but this is my nature list. Now let's look at the nurture list. Okay, so here on the nurture list, I again have stress that influences your family and you and how you are parented, right? How you grow up. So nurture is not necessarily a biological factor. It's something more environmental, right? Something that's more in the environment you're raised in. It's how you grow up, the circumstances around how you grow up. So trauma is another nurture factor. Parenting is a nurture factor. Friendships and peer pressure are nurture factors that could influence you and your behavior. Your interaction with teachers, peers, coaches, other adults influences your behavior. We have social factors like poverty. Also, racism is a factor and exposure to racism that influences your behavior and your development. There's economic factors that influence your development, and also sociocultural factors that influence your development. If you grow up in a culture where infidelity is normalized, then you're much more likely to think that infidelity is an acceptable behavior. So these are all the things that influence our behavior. So if you want to boil, infidelity down to just a morality issue, you have to throw out all of these other factors. And that doesn't seem appropriate to me. We know there are so many complicated factors that go into someone choosing to behave the way they do. And I'm not excusing the choice to cheat. It's never, ever the right choice, and it doesn't solve the problem. It's always wrong, if you will. But it's complex and it's nuanced. So if you think it's just a black or white issue, a right or wrong issue, a morality or an immorality issue, you really have not considered all these other factors. All right, tell me what you think about all this. Let's have more of a conversation about it.